people, or these girls, to be a little bit more precise, are being very unrealistic with their relationship goals. And I think you need to bring it down a peg or two and just be realistic about your expectations from a man or expectations from a relationship.
But how are they being unrealistic? That I'm so confused. Like, should we not want the best for ourselves?
You should.
There are some women, that are providing for themselves what they wish for a guy to provide for them. If a woman can do that for herself, then why can she not expect a guy to do the exact same thing? How is it an unrealistic expectation when a woman is doing it for herself?
She can expect that, but I think firstly, like, it sounds great because everybody always likes to say that part, but the reality is a lot of these girls cannot afford what they're asking people to get for themselves.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Let's talk about girls who can. Girls who can.
Well, everybody has the standard though. Like, everybody has this like Prince Charming idea that this guy is gonna come and sweep you off your feet.
Absolutely,
and do this and do that.
I believe a guy will. I believe there is definitely a guy out there, and that's why I'm still single, because I'm waiting for that guy to come, and I believe that I will find it. I believe in God, and I believe that God. I believe that every single thing that I declare that I want in a guy is possible. It's possible for it to be there.
Glory!
It's possible for there to be a guy that's 6 foot, lots of money, has his own place, is gonna compliment me, understand my grind as a person, compliment me. We'll compliment each other. Point blank, period. I just believe that there is a guy out there that is my Prince Charming.
Amazing.
I will meet his expectation. He will meet mine.
Amen.
He will be my soulmate, and we will live life happily ever after. I truly believe that.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Why don't you?
No, I'm just asking. Do you have any brothers or cousins that like fit that criteria? Okay.
I have friends that are really happy.
Do you have any male friends that fit the criteria here in the UK that you just said? Over 6 foot, loads of money, this, that. Do you have any? Because if you do, then I don't have much.
There are.
No, not.
Yeah.
I'll need you to personalize this thing.
I have in my head somebody now. We're not friends right now.
So you know somebody. You've got somebody in your head, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Does he have a girl?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Has he had girls before? Yeah. What type of women?
What's your point?
The point that I'm making is that, number one, these people do not necessarily exist. I think that Disney has really
How
affected.
does that person not exist? When there's women that have their desired man.
Yeah,
women have their desired man.
Yeah, but
I'm
how
so
many?
confused.
The ones that you see on social media that are showing you that, showing you the bits that look the shiniest. I'm confused.
But I'm not talking about just shiniest though. You're saying dream man. Not everybody's dream man has to be a billionaire. There's some other people who are very, very happy in their relationship, and they will say that that's their dream man. Like Tony Tone, for example. I don't think her man is the richest guy ever. Do you know what? I like Tony Tone, but I don't keep up with their relationship that much.
Yeah.
I don't feel like her guy is the richest man ever. But the way she speaks about that guy, like, you could tell that she's happy, and he's also very happy. That's their dream man. And she's a woman. She's over 30. She waited, and she found what she wanted.
Okay, but the thing is, there's loads of women who are over 30 and they didn't find what they want. So I think that.
So they settled. You say women should settle?
I'm not saying that they should settle. I'm saying that you might be on the bench for a bloody long time looking for this criteria that might not actually exist.
Is there a deadline? Who gives that deadline?
This is a techie one. So I'm thinking very carefully of my words. No, there isn't a deadline. As a woman myself, no, there isn't a deadline.
I get what you mean.
We cannot ignore the realities of a body clock. Can we?
No.
Exactly. Because I remember somebody said to me that a pregnancy after 35 is considered as high risk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pressure. I'm very aware that, you know, the way things are positioned makes women feel pressure, but the reality of the situation is a lot of these men that we're looking at, that we want to meet this criteria, they're not looking for a 32-year-old woman, are they? They're looking for a hot 23-year-old. So if you don't find him before you're 30, I don't know if you're going to find him ever. That's just the thing. Anyway.
I get what you mean, but I don't believe that. I personally don't want to wait past 30, but I do believe...
What's your reason for that?
Well, unfortunately, it's just how, for me, my tradition and how I've grown up.
What, do you know why I hate her? Because why are you introducing your context to me like we're not sisters? I'm so confused. Like, you know, it's just my family tradition.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm 30. I'm about to be 30, and I am... I still... not a married woman, but you know, you don't die if you get here.
I get what you mean, but we're not talking about marriage, to be honest. We're more so talking about the fact that you're saying that there's no Prince Charming, and I'm saying that I will wait until I find my Prince Charming.
Fine.
I'm not just gonna settle for anybody because I'm turning 29, and do you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna do that. And even if I'm with somebody and I'm questioning that relationship, I'm not completely happy, or there's other things that make me not happy, I'm gonna dump you. I will dump you at 30 if I'm not fucking happy, and it might might not be drastic things that you're doing, but if I still feel like there's more things that I could require from a man and it's not coming from you, you're done.
Really? I just think that's so harsh though. Do you know why? Because basically, I think we all come with flaws. Like, and this is what I mean. Like, I'm not saying settle. I'm not settling, do you understand? But I'm saying that I think that the standard that we have is unrealistic. Like I'm saying like, oh yeah, there's the height requirement that people refuse to budge on. There's the finances requirement. I've heard girls say, if he's not on 50K, don't chat to me. And I'm just like, well, it depends on the kind of guy that you like, but how many men do you know that are actually earning 50K and above? In my world and my understanding, black women tend to earn more than black men. Do you understand? So it's like, you almost take this thing out of context. Black women have better earning potential in this country than black men. So if you're like, oh yeah, he must earn more than me, well, you're already just not even within the stats of the environment that you're in. The average man here in the UK is 5'9", but all my sisters are looking for 6'2". Social media influences our view too much. And we need to understand, there has to be room for compromise. You're not the perfect package. I'm not the perfect package. A man could say, oh yeah, I want my girl to have a pretty face, I want my girl to have her own natural hair, and I want her to have a banging body, small waist, big hips. But then is he settling for me because I don't have hips? Is that settling? Because that's how shallow it is sometimes.
That's not settling, but I just feel like, I think there's different scenarios. Like if a guy's not meeting her financial standards, yeah, say if a woman gets with a man and then she's like, okay, cool, he's working hard, he's grinding, okay, cool, this is the promotion potential, this is the amount that he can possibly get on. If after 2 years, my man is not at where I expect him to be and I wanted to get married, he didn't get that promotion, I'm going.
Really?
I'm not, I'm dusting out. No, I'm leaving. You're taking a mick. I should now hang around for what? When I'm now there progressing.
Dip on him.
Yeah,
Dip on him.
But yeah, I have to go. Like, that's dead.
Ah,
Because then you're not reaching the financial requirement that I expected you to reach at in that stage of life.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think this is like, does life go like that? Every goal you've set for yourself, you've been able to meet in the time and you plan to meet it? No, you haven't. That's what I'm saying. But a lot of girls won't even get with you based on earning potential. They won't even do it based on earning potential. They want to see that you have it now.
To be honest, it's a bit of a tricky one because I'm not just thinking finances, to be honest. For me, a Mr. Right will be many other things. Like, he needs to be, he needs to have a certain level. I like physical touch. There needs to be a certain level of physical touch.
Okay.
I'm not compromising on that.
Okay, but
I like certain things. You know what I mean? It's not just finances, to be honest.
That's too strict. I think that's too strict.
But I don't see why can't it be strict? Why can it not be strict? I'm so fucking confused.
Boy, listen, I don't want to stop. In fact, do you know what? I'm gonna just keep it 100. You and many other women are looking and looking and looking and dumping and looking and dumping and looking and dumping. Because I'm being sensitive here, but I think I need to not be sensitive to articulate my point. You lot are looking, you're not finding, because the standard that you're keeping is not realistic. You want this man to have physical touch. It might not be physical touch straight away, but you say to your partner, I like physical touch. And if he's a man who wants to work with you and wants to get to that place with you, then he will start doing that a little bit more. But you lot will kick him out because he doesn't know physical touch straight away.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point. But I believe there can be people that just has it straight away. I
disagree.
You don't have to tell.
Disagree.
I believe you don't have to tell them.
Then you've got, listen, sorry, no. Just to set a little bit of context here. Deborah dates, okay? Deborah likes to date. Which is fair enough, like literally not in a reckless way. Like she meets people, she'll go on dates with you. If she likes you, cool, we work with it. If she doesn't, cool, we'll work with it. That's her context. My context is long-term relationships. And in the experience that I have with my long-term relationships, I can guarantee you and tell you right now that the man that I end up with, the man that I end up leaving, or the man that I'm with today is not the man that started with me.
See, the same way he'll want a ready-made woman.
Boy.
I feel like men are more lucky. They get more ready-made women than ready-made men. There's a lot
of good girls out there.
Exactly.
There's not many good guys.
There's not many good guys.
Scenario 1, would you rather settle for a 6 out of 10, work with him and make something of yourself with him? Or scenario 2, be 35 and still waiting for Mr. Right because of the strong belief that you had it?
Ooh.
Versus at 28, you could have a guy, you lot could start your thing, you lot could start building together. He might end up being the guy you want. He might end up being that. Or you're going to keep dashing away 6 out of 10s when we already know, because we have to respect the context. The man them out here are shit.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or you're going to wait until you're 35. Answer the question.
Because say if that 20-year-old idiot don't progress to nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I
That's a
can't,
good
like, if I'm
point.
honest, I will have to go for the 28-year-old because I'm not trying to be 35 waiting for Mr. Right. Do you know what I mean?
That's where a lot of these girls are heading. And then let me flip it. Let me tell you the bit that's the peakest.
Mm-hmm.
The men that we want, yeah, those high value men, because I shouldn't even say those key words because they're really naughty, but those so-called high value men or those alpha men, they don't want 35-year-old women. What do they want with a 35-year-old? You're old now. You're expired. You're on the bench.
Fucking fools. Wow,
They don't want a
this is the
35-year-old
thing,
woman.
this is what
They'll say, oh, she's 35 and she doesn't have a man. There must be something wrong with her.
No, if a guy's 35, he does have a... There's something wrong with him.
No, there isn't though.
Fool. Yes,
35
there
is a young
Yes, there
man.
is. No,
He's
it's not.
just started. You
No,
dumb.
it's not. No, it's
35.
not. No, it's not. Are you dumb? That's
35.
an old,
If I was
wrinkly
still in the
fool.
scene, if I was still on the dating scene as a 29-year-old woman, for me, even up to 40 is all considerable.
No, that's ridiculous.
I'm 29.
No, it applies to men as well. If a man is-
38. A man is 38 and he's just been grinding.
What? That is fucking embarrassing.
And he's got houses and he's got money to show for it. If he turns around and says to me, "Oh yeah, I've
That's
just been
dead.
grinding,"
So
I'm
then,
gonna say yes, sir.
No, that's dead. So
I'm gonna say,
how
I
can
believe
you be
you, sir.
grinding? How can you be grinding? Have all of that and you can't bag a woman?
No.
How long are you grinding for, broke ass? Find a woman. If you're 33 and you don't have a woman, you're disgusting. Swear.
No, sorry.
No, that's dead. It applies to women and it applies to men. I hate that. Listen.
Now I'm talking to you, lesbian. Borrow, see me, Leno. 40-year-old men are uprooting 25-year-olds from their relationship, telling them, listen, babes, I got 2 houses, I got this asset, I got that asset, come chat to me. And the girls are trembling.
Are you-
my age mates, my
Listen
girls.
to me now,
Okay,
listen
not
to
my
me now.
Wait, not my A girls. My A girls are proper. But primary girls in my circle that I know of, they're dating the 40-year-old men. They're closer to the man that they want. Do you understand? The man who's established, who's got the money, who's got the house, who's got the business, who's ready-made, who understands a woman's physical touch and her sexual needs and stuff like that. Women in my age bracket, 25 and above, are effing hard with the 40-year-old men because those men are giving them what they believe that they want.
That's fine. But if, for me personally, my point is this. If a guy is 40
You haven't addressed
and
me.
you don't have a woman, I'm fucking highly concerned.
Why?
I'm worried. I don't care what you have. That is
Okay,
that
alright.
is so dead.
Alright.
That is so dead because why are you at 40? You don't have a woman. Deep it. That's another thing. They have like 2 or 3 kids and just they keep the woman, and that just shows me then you're even tapped. But then actually at the same time, you can't say they're tapped because once they have their kids, then they even grind harder because it's like I have the kids. So that it's a bit of a tricky one. I'm not gonna lie.
And
But
they probably had a young
I'm still
20-something-year-old like you
I'm still
who left them
concerned.
because they didn't make their promotion on time. That's probably what really happened.
I'm screaming. Okay, let's start concluding.
Alright, cool. So anyway, alright, fine. Oof, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we've come to a conclusion.
No,
I don't
we've
think
come to
we're
a
anywhere near a conclusion. I
don't
can't lie
think
to
we
you.
are.
Perhaps with something we need to explore a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Maybe in another episode and But I think, and I'm sticking to it, I think the standards that we're holding are too high.
Why should we drop the standard because the pool is shit? That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, you just gave me the scenario. You said you'd rather be the 28-year-old with a 6 out of 10 versus the 35-year-old waiting for her 10 out of 10. So unfortunately, it looks like you agree too. Ooh. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? I don't
This
know.
is flipping tricky.
What are your
thoughts for real?
We need you to just settle this beef. Come with value. Come with stats. Let us know what your thoughts are. And as always,
Like, comment, and subscribe, baby.
don't sound so upset.
No, I'm
comment, and
stressed out, you know. I don't want to be
subscribe.
35 looking for Mr. Right.
Yeah, listen,
Righty.
we're not settling.
No.
But we are very, very aware that there is a process to get the man, get your 8 out of 10 to become a 10 out of 10. There's no 10 out of 10s.
That's actually a fair point that you make, to be honest. It is a fair point.
process.
It is a fair point.
Cool.